Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the Daily Crypto News. And guys, we're giving away a massive 2,000 XRP, and if you want to enter, all you have to do is make sure you press the like button, make sure you are subscribed, and make sure you comment something down below. It is that simple, and I recommend you guys all to go ahead and do it real quick. Because why not enter, right? There's either a like requirement, which I'll put in the description down below, or we're going to be giving it away at the end of this month. It's a win-win. Enter, and let's get on with the video. So first of all, you guys, from the Cryptic Poet, just a fun little video that I think anybody would enjoy. It is the way of holding, and is the way that every holder just kind of feels when they're in the XP community. It basically goes like you're losing some crazy ass numbers where, for example, right now you've lost another 5%. Maybe this has already happened for a couple of days. You're already down, let's say 25% or things like that. You feel kind of depressed, and all of a sudden, boom, crazy gains because you have bought the dip. And with buying the dip, we always mean you DCA. And again, this is not financial advice, but this is just something that I think is quite clear to the more senior investors, that whenever stocks become cheap or whenever currencies become cheap, they become safer, right? And it just depends on what your outlook is for that currency specifically. But if you believe in it, like I believe in XRP, for example, the lower it goes, the more I can easily buy. First of all, because it's cheaper, but second of all, because it shows me, all right, people who tried to push this down, there's a lot of attention to it all. I mean, and we have some faith in this for longer term. And since it went down right now, it just means I have another buying opportunity. I just have another chance to get my average price lower, which ultimately comes down to getting cheaper as well. But it's more so the whole package surrounding it all. It becomes safer because you have a lower average price, you have lower everything. It just becomes a better bet. And that's kind of the fun part about buying low and also losing some money ultimately. Of course, best scenario, you don't invest the first time and you just buy the lowest point. That's almost impossible. Not many people can do that. So I would also, if I were you, not wait for buying the dip specifically, but just buy in multiple layers whenever you can. Otherwise, it's going to be a very, very long and sufferable road. Right. Now from DJ Peter Vass, Ripple CEO sparks speculation. Does XRP fit into the ECB's vision? This is a article I've read earlier, but the point is actually quite clear, and it's something I kind of want to clear up here real quick. The ECB and Christine Lagarde have posted quite a lot of stuff over the last couple of months surrounding this whole remittance realm and the payments becoming kind of costless and things like that. And we've heard in parts from Brad Garlinghouse the connection between it all. We know with the Office of the Controller that there are some mutual connections and they're thinking about Ripple and things like that. But one thing we don't know is that whether or not there's real support from higher up for Ripple, or whether they're just building their own solution on their own, completely secret or something like that. We don't really know. And whenever they mention that they want to change payments, do they already have Ripple in the back of their head or things like that? We don't really know because they won't tell until it's too late to one of these secrets, right? Now, since Brett Garlinghouse had retweeted one of these things, which Christine Lagarde said, like, this is what she said here, we need faster digital transition, climate protection as a priority, completed banking union and capital market union backed by cutting-edge payment systems. And since Brad Garlinghouse retweeted that, we all got some kind of a confirmation, or at least an idea, that maybe he knows what she's about and that maybe it concerns Ripple as well. This is just speculation, but it could be, and that's what got people really, really happy. Ranch XRP just posted, I once bought the XRP dip. Then I bought the next XRP dip. Then I did it a third time. I bought so many XP dips that I can't count anymore, or I can't keep count. Just call me Mr. Dip, lol. When you buy the dip, but it keeps dipping, and you don't feel nice. Of course, that kind of coincides with what I just showed you guys, the low XRP investor thing. You can see him falling for a little second, which is just a normal, fall. You buy the dip, you think it falls down further, you fall more. And all of a sudden you buy a very good dip, your average price is lower. And that's really what I should add here. It's not about buying the dip necessarily, it's about getting your average price as low as possible. So buying the dip is just solidifying your low XRP price on average. Because if your average price is, 5 cents and you're buying the quote unquote dip, it's never really a dip for you anymore, right? It's still a high freaking price, and then it becomes kind of scary. But I'm assuming for most of you guys, the average price is going to be above 50 cents. I'm just assuming. Maybe for you it's not. If it is though, I would always recommend getting it below 50 cents, even though this is not financial advice, to make sure you have a better position in a higher chance of getting or turning a very good profit on it. But in the end, it's your choice, and it doesn't have to do it that way. It's just something that I personally recommend to people, which might be a good thing. The Cryptic Poet just said, you can now use Google and Apple Pay to pay with XRP on your Android or Apple devices. And I thought it was possible already for a little bit to do these types of things, but specifically here they were talking about Uphold, which made it possible now. You can now integrate the world's first multi-asset debit card with Google Pay and Apple Pay. Spend 35 cryptocurrencies, 27 national currencies, and 4 precious metals, cardless, using your Apple, iPhone, or Android device. Now, that is actually pretty damn nice if you think about it. Guys, that's pretty damn amazing that you're able to do it like that. Even though most likely they're not the first to do all of this, I think it's pretty cool. And another one here, or a very good point, is that The Rock makes here. That's awesome, but why would we do that right now? They're trying to get back our XRPs, which is another valid point, as I've explained in my retirement plan or my how many XRPs or how much XRP should you have video. I've made multiple. I will always say that there's a chance that you're going to be holding your XRP for infinity if everything can be paid in XRP. If that's not the case, then it's going to be very freaking difficult to really hold it forever, because it could be that one day all of a sudden you're into a massive dip, and the prices go down by 20-30%, who knows, maybe even 40, and all of a sudden, yeah, you're there with your little, your little balance because it just dipped 40%, and all of a sudden you have to pay rent, you have to pay your bills, you have to buy food, you have to buy clothes. I think clothes you can always wait on, but the rest. And all of a sudden you're in a predicament because nobody wants to spend money once it's just gone down 40%. So you want to have to wait, but you don't have any because that's your fiat now. That's kind of the money you use. So that's something I always explain to people. You're going to either have to go to some stabler currency, which doesn't fluctuate so much so you don't have to spend it whenever it goes up and down. However, then there's always the risk of, you buying some stable currency and all of a sudden your coin or the money that you just took out is going to go plus 700% or something like that. That can always happen. That's the risk you're willing to take, but that's, again, also the bad side to it. Now, with that comes the fact that I sometimes think if you go for these cards, you're more keen on spending it. And at this point, I'm not really eager to spend some of my hard-earned XRP on a hot dog when that hot dog I could just buy with dollars or euros right now and not have the chance of wasting, potentials of 50s of thousands of dollars, theoretically speaking. Just, very exaggerated, but it's an idea. And it's a point. Then, Iron Northing just says, here's another article by the Deutsche Bank, posted by them with Ripple and XRP all over. It is called Cash Management, the Game Changers in Payments. And the first part here, of course, is from, let's see who this is, Joost Hopperman. For example, Qualix, a U.S. non-bank financial institution, is now using XRapid to make payments from the U.S. to Mexico. Qualix can send a payment in U.S. dollars, which gets covered into XRP through a digital exchange, such as Bitso in Mexico, and then locally converts that XRP instantly into Mexican pesos to make the payment. The whole process takes only a matter of minutes, down from a week or several days for the international or traditional overseas payments, says Mr. Birla. Qualix also saw significant savings, as it is much cheaper to use the digital asset to source liquidity than through conventional means. Yada, yada, yada. The point is quite clear here. XRP is a freaking amazing thing, so is XRapid. Another point here, DLT eliminates friction in cross-border payments and has the potential to reduce intermediary efficiency, cost, and risk, by Jesse Lund. For example, DLT-based global payment challenger Ripple claims that many of its more than 100 financial institutions, RippleNet members, are already in production with its solutions. For example, SEB has processed more than $1 billion in payments over RippleNet between the Sweden and US. Ripple experienced a banner year in 2017 in terms of customers going live, and more about Ripple is being said in that part, which is again quite cool. And another one here, solving for liquidity. Mr. Lund reports that IBM has been working closely with banks and central banks over the past 18 months around introducing more liquidity measures into its network through issuing alternative digital assets such as stablecoins, which are bank-issued assets that represent a claim on fiat currency deposits. Quote, we're exploring the ability to introduce the equivalent of digital cash, which is not issuing a pure play cryptocurrency, but one that acts as a bridge asset, said Mr. Lund. Ripple is also trying to solve the cross-border liquidity issue, while the Xcurrent platform provides better information and processing for payment. It's XRapid, yada, yada, yada. The point is clear. However, what I don't really know, and what I don't kind of understand is, why has this been posted right now? Because I don't know if you guys noticed already. I don't think you guys have, because again, you guys sometimes are potatoes. This part is from July 2018. And I'm assuming it all comes from the same paper. I don't really know. I don't really check. But then why are we bringing these points up sometimes? I'm like, it's cool it's cool that we're doing that, but we got to make things clear here. We got to draw a couple of clear solutions, because what this kind of shows is they thought about this, they've been working on this, yada, yada, yada. But that also means that they've got now 2.5 maybe years, or I guess 2 years and 2 months, to really solidify all of this. Like, they've just been testing it, they know about it, they've been hearing about it, they've been reporting on it, and now maybe 2 years later, they're finally a couple of steps further, because the Bank of Deutschland, or the Deutsche Bank, they knew, right? They had the connection now. So where's the progress? Is there anything that happened or nothing? And then last but not least, sushi. Oh, what happened in sushi is a sad story. I have faith in DeFi, and I believe DeFi will be the revolutionary change in the financial industry. Always remember, numerous people are building DeFi 24/7. We will announce a fund to support the developers to deliver real DeFi products on Tron. And basically here, Justin is the best money grabber, best promoter in the world right now. Again, he's doing his best. But guys, that was it for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video. Take care, everybody.